And our President Muhammadu Buhari has affirmed Nigeria's commitment to tackling the climate crisis by embarking on bold actions. Buhari, represented by Minister of Environment Muhammadu Abdullahi, spoke at the Clean Energy Transition event organized by Bloomberg and Philanthropies and Sustainable Energy for All on the sidelines of the 2022 United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP27 in Egypt. He, however, commended African nations for demonstrating commitment through the signing of the Paris Agreement, submission of nationally determined contributions, and spending up to 9% of GDP in addressing climate change issues. Buhari called on investors and the global community to recognize the immense investment opportunities and potential for impact in Nigeria and the global South at large. And now the Academic Staff Union of Universities has slammed the federal government over the payment of half salaries to lecturers in October. In a statement on Tuesday by ASU President Emmanuel Osodeke, the union condemned the pro rata payment to RIT members and accused the government of an attempt to reduce Nigerian scholars to casual workers. ASU had on October 14, 2022 called off its 8-month strike after the National Industrial Court ordered the lecturers to resume. Osodeke said in a statement, quote, "The action of the union was a display of manifest trust in the judiciary and other institutions and organs of government to always put national interests above all other considerations. This, we believe, as a union of thinkers, intellectuals, and patriot rather, will not only aid the process of amicable resolution of the crisis, but will also set the tone for smooth industrial relations between government and Nigerian workers at large," end quote. He, however, said the response of the government, especially its pro rata payment of October salaries of academics, portrayed them as daily paid workers. And away from there now, the government has once again, through its Foreign Commonwealth Development Office, FCDO, advised its citizens against traveling to 22 states in Nigeria. This is coming barely 14 days after the UK and US government, alongside a few other countries, raised the alarm over possible terror attacks in Abuja and may not be unconnected with the high rate of insecurity across the country. This disclosure is contained in a press release issued on Monday by the British High Commission in Abuja with the title "Updated Foreign Commonwealth Development Office Travel Advice to British Nationals Traveling to FCT." Although the UK government excluded Abuja from the list of sites on cities its citizens should avoid, it stated that the purpose of the travel update is to help its nationals make better informed decisions about international travel and plan for a trouble-free trip. State to avoid, he says, include the UK listed state to avoid, which include Kano, Jigawa, Niger, Sokoto, Kogi, Abia, Plateau, and Taraba within 20 kilometers of the border with Niger, in Kebbi State, and in non-riverine areas of Delta, Bayelsa, and River State. Others are Borno State, Yobe State, Adamawa State, Gombe State, Kaduna State, Katsina, Zamfara, and the riverine areas of Delta State, Bayelsa State, River, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River State, respectively. In view of the emerging threat of the disease outbreak of flood disaster, Nigeria and the World Health Organization have commenced training of about 350 rapid response medical personnel to deal with any health emergency. The launch of the training program came as WHO stated that the flooding situation in the country had become overwhelming, with about 3.2 million people affected and 1.4 million displaced persons and 2,776 injured and 612 deaths and 305,407 houses damaged. It also said 18,093 suspected cholera cases have been reported in 256 local government areas of 31 states as at November 2, 2022. In a speech delivered at the opening ceremony of the capacity building program for rapid response team to deal with possible infectious disease outbreak. Representatives of the WHO in Nigeria, Walter Mulumbo, said the plan was to provide national and sub-national rapid response teams with the key knowledge and tools needed to detect and effectively respond to public health emergencies as they occur. The WHO is expecting that at least 350 Nigerian core responders are trained and ready to deploy within the first 24 hours of an emergency. And our Director for Contact and Mobilization Committee of the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council Southwest, Mutiu Are, has expressed determination to mobilize the electorate and deliver maximum votes in favor of the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his running mate Kashim Shettima in the forthcoming presidential election scheduled for next year. Speaking at the inauguration of the members of the committee in Ibadan, Are restated the commitment of his members to design and implement a robust strategy spread across the country towards ensuring victory for the masses agenda of the presidential candidature of former Lagos State Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who according to him possesses the interest to deliver a legacy that will for sure lift ordinary men.
It's our inaugural meeting. As you can see, we are all from different nook and corner of the Southwest, and we have been here since yesterday, strategizing, planning, meeting. By our name, we are going out there to sell our product, to sell our candidate, to sell Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Kashim Shettima as the next president and vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
If you talk of the essentials, all those ingredients that we require to lead Nigeria and take Nigeria to the promised land, to give us the Nigeria of our dream, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu possesses all of them in good quantities. I'll start with the 3 C's. In terms of competence, he has got it. In terms of capacity, he has it. In terms of care, he's somebody that cares and he has a record of achievement. His antecedents speak well of him.
This is a man that we know his antecedent, we know his pedigree, and we have seen what he has done before. And he's a builder of men, so we know that he's better positioned to take over the matter of leadership of this country.
And now the People's Democratic Party, PDP in Lagos State, has dismissed purported disqualification of 21 House of Assembly candidates standing for the 2023 election in the state. The party said the alleged disqualification was nothing but false, which was concocted by some members of the party who are now no. Early Monday morning, news of the purported disqualification hit the town. And it said news was credited to the former National Deputy Chairman of the party, Chief Olabode George. According to the statement, the Independent National Electoral Commission, for finding the candidates and the party wanting had disqualified those candidates in some local government areas of the state. Affected local government areas, according to the release, include Agege, Apapa, Badagry, Ekpe, Ibejuleki, Ikorodu, Lagos Island, Mushi, Ojo, and Surulere. Philip Ivoji, the chairman of the party, who described the claim of disqualification as a total falsehood, so the party did all it needed to do during its primary. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency says it has uncovered plans by some unscrupulous element to introduce a lethal synthetic opioid, fentanyl, which is about 100 times stronger than tramadol and heroin, into the Nigerian market. The NDLEA warned that the illicitly manufactured drug incapable of causing mass casualty among the youth population being targeted by the cartels. In a statement, the Anti-Narcotics Agency said every step must be taken to ensure that the drug, which is currently responsible for over 70% overdose death, as well as a major contributor to fatal and non-fatal overdoses in the United States, is not allowed to circulate in Nigeria. The agency assured the public that all necessary assets have been deployed to monitor the cartels involved in this latest threat to public health with a view to frustrate their criminal plot and make them face the wrath of the law. You're watching News Now from our studio here in Lagos. We'll take a commercial break and we'll return with more news stories. Please stay with us.